Auth-kgoe-auth with Vin Lananna, just presided over Tracktown Tuesday. Vin, there's been a proposal that's come out of Europe to expunge all world records before 2005. Your reaction to that? It's got a lot of reaction, both negative and positive, from around the world. How do you feel about it?
Well, I think that there are two things. First of all, you have this great group of those who have the historical perspective, and I understand why they'd be negative from that. But then I see this new generation that thinks about the positive side of it. It's a pretty important decision, and I think what really is needed is I want to kind of weigh in. I want to listen to a bunch of people who talk about this, because I don't know that I have a specific reaction to it, other than it's really important.
Yeah.
And I don't think that people need to, I think we should not rush into this and see both sides. And and there's really positives on both sides, but there's just as many negatives.
Yeah.
So I'd want to think about it and talk to the people who are the authors of this to understand exactly how it would play out if in fact they really did that. It'd be pretty crappy if you were, if you're in that era.
Yeah.
I could see how difficult it would be for them, but then if you're new, I could see why they'd be.
And if you were a clean athlete, if you know you were clean,
exactly,
you don't want to be lumped in with people who weren't.
Exactly, and that's really that's why I think it's really important. You make this broad, sweeping decision, and one would then assume that everybody before 2005 was not clean. I mean, that's a pretty big decision, and but I get why there's a lot of momentum to go that direction.
And probably there's going to be some nuance involved here. It's not a simple right or wrong.
Yeah, and I think that there's, from what I understand of it, I don't know the whole story, the whole background, but I'm intrigued by it. What they're actually doing. They're not actually wiping them out. They're actually moving them to the side or something. And I'd want to understand what exactly that means, because I think your point is probably the most important part of it, is that if you were a clean athlete and you know it, and all of a sudden you get lumped in with those that were not, just because you happen to be running in that period of time, or jumping or throwing, I think it's a pretty tough pill to swallow.
Thanks, Vin.
All right.